करीना ये भी कर सकती है, वो भी कर सकती है. At the same time, गीत जैसे रोल्स ही नहीं कर सकती हूँ मैं. I can't only keep doing गीत all my life. The more glamorous you are, maybe you're not taken seriously as an actor. People, I guess that's just the way maybe people think. But he keeps saying that, oh, why are they doing that? Am I famous? I'm like, no, you're not famous. I'm famous. So he was extremely happy. He wants to come and watch all the films. He's excited to come. He said, and he loves coming to PVR and watching movies. And he actually watches most films on Fridays. So when I told him about this, he was very excited. So he wants to do Omkara and Ashoka for sure. So, but coming back to your question, I'm just happy that people will get to watch these movies. And obviously, I feel so excited, honored, everything that, sometimes it's like, I don't know, I have to still figure out what's going to happen for the next 25. That's the scary part. Right now, they're I think too young to, know anything. He has an idea because of the paparazzi chasing us. I think that's why he only knows that he's famous, but he keeps saying that, oh, why are they doing that? Am I famous? I'm like, no, you're not famous. I'm famous. You're nobody. You haven't done anything. So I'm like, you're not. So he's like, maybe one day I'll do it but right now in his mind it's not films. Right now it's only football. Everything is football. So I hope he will watch some of my films, I'm sure someday. But the minute I can take him away from a little bit of football. You know how all the boys are at this age. I never looked at myself as just, a brand. I want people to watch my work, my films, and I want people to know that I was, and that I am an actor who's very, very, passionate about her job. An actor who's been very, very loved by her fans, because I am where I am after 25 years. To be here is only because of them, because their loyal support and their love. And I think my connect is with that. People like to see me in those roles because there is a connect to the masses. Somehow they feel that's why roles like, Poo or Geet have always been, them mouthing those dialogues or saying that. So there is that, connect, which I really appreciate. And I don't know how, but yeah, I'm planning the next 25, hopefully, for it to have more films that will, play here in the cinemas and people will enjoy in different roles. There's no dream role as such. I always wanted to be a detective, so I've done that. And now I have to think of what else I have to do. But so I've never really thought of, this is a particular dream role. I look at characters something that I would enjoy playing, because you have to spend, 50, 60, 70 days with that character in you. So you have to really enjoy doing it, That's the most important thing, I think, for an actor, to enjoy playing that part. Otherwise, how will you be able to spend so much time, being that particular person?
Yeah. So I remember once you had told me that, Taimur loved watching Bhool Bhulaiya along with his dad. But is there any film of yours that he or Jay, they have watched, or do you regulate their screen time a lot?
Yeah, nowadays I have to, so there's no option. But no, I guess maybe I should get them to watch something at the festival, I think, here, when it's playing. I don't know. I think if I ask everyone, everyone's going to say Jab We Met. So I know that's
hear what you
Yeah, I think so, na? Omkara would be a bit shocking to see, for them with their father. So yeah, I think Jab We Met, maybe. Let's start with that. They haven't started watching that, but maybe we should start with that. I have to. There's no option. So Monday to Friday screen time is like, no. But then he's always like, but then why are you watching TV? Why are you on your phone? So these days, kids are, it has to be, the parents also have to kind of do what they want their kids to do. So, when we're at like wanting to put them to bed, then we're also reading and not watching TV till they go to sleep, because I guess they learn from example, there's no other way. If they're going to see us on the phone or on the screen, they'll want to do that.
After so इतने सालों बाद इतने सारे कैरेक्टर्स करने के बाद अगर एक्टर्स ब्रेव चॉइसेस नहीं ले पाते हैं और अलग फिल्म्स नहीं कर पाते हैं, तो आई थिंक दे कांट जस्ट बी नोन एज कि अगर मैं जिंदगी भर सिंघम और क्रू में काम करूं तो आई थिंक वो यू ऑल्सो वॉन्ट टू डू थिंग्स डिफरेंटली. वो टू लास्ट 25 years एक ही टाइप की फिल्म में हम नहीं काम कर सकते हैं. अलग अलग फिल्म काम करने में वो एक लॉन्जिविटी, एक रास्ता देता है, एक ऑक्सीजन टैंक जैसे बनता है. एंड आई थिंक फॉर अ फिल्म लाइक मैंने चमेली, आई डिड इट एट माय करियर एट द एज ऑफ 22. आई थिंक नोबडी थॉट, तब सब कह रहे थे कि नहीं करीना नहीं कर पाएगी ऐसी टाइप की फिल्म. एंड फॉर दैट टाइम इट डिड सो वेल. सो आई थिंक दैट at this stage in my career, it's also important कि अलग-अलग किरदार करना ज़रूरी है कि करीना ये भी कर सकती है, वो भी कर सकती है. At the same time, गीत जैसे रोल्स ही नहीं कर सकती हूँ मैं. I can't only keep doing गीत all my life. जैसे मैंने कहा कि आधी ज़िंदगी ऐसी ही चली गई. पहले 10 साल के लोग समझते थे कि ये गीत ही है. अभी ये पूल टाइप के ही रोल्स, तभी तो पीपल वर जस्ट ऑफरिंग मी दोज काइंड ऑफ रोल्स. तो अगर इफ आई हैड पिक्ड एवरी रोल लाइक दैट, आई थिंक आज ये फेस्टिवल नहीं होता, क्योंकि वो रोल वुड नॉट हैव बीन पार्ट ऑफ पॉप कल्चर. अगले 25 साल करने की ताकत है कि अलग अलग रोल्स, कुछ फिल्में 100 करोड़ हो, 500 करोड़ हो, बट कुछ फिल्में अगर कुछ लोग भी देखे और तारीफ करे, I think वो उससे दिल खुश भी हो जाता है कि audience is there to watch this kind of film.
The more glamorous you are, maybe you're not taken seriously as an actor. People, I guess that's just the way maybe people think. But now that when they see my choice of films and what I've done, I think that, proves wrong. That you can't really judge a book by its cover, and you can't really make judgments before you see. But of course, the image of being this, I don't know, like you said, I've never looked at myself as that. Because I always stay away from, people saying these sort of things to me, because I've always preferred to be, with my ear to the ground. Because it's so important for an actor to constantly have that, to know the reality of situations, the reality of, what's happening around them. So I've been very, very lucky that I'm that kind of person. And I've focused on my performances. And it has taken those number of films for people to take me seriously. That now that when Buckingham Murders come, they're like, okay, fine, because I've constantly been at it, proving myself. But that's also probably been the reason of the longevity that's given me that. Because like I said, that I've constantly been at it, trying to prove myself also as an actor. And I think, hopefully, I don't want, anyone to say that, okay, wow, you've done it all, now what? Because I think I want to constantly keep proving myself.
I think in 25 years, one has to think of when we're, signing films when we're younger, when we were like 17, 18. It was always about proving yourself, wanting to, just be in every film. And then after a decade, if you sustain, it's also about the question of reinvention, which is very scary in an industry like this, like male-dominated and whatever. But we've, over the years, had a lot of brave actresses as well, apart from me, who've also taken big strides. So while straddling the fact that I've done films with the big superstars and, all those are successful films, but I've also had a career which I've simultaneously done to prove myself as an actor. Because I think the longevity of an actor is only possible if they also repeatedly prove their talent. Apart from the X factor that I feel an actor needs to have. And that I believe, I don't know how it is, but I like to say, you either have it or you don't. And that's just the truth of the way it is. X factor combined with talent is going to take you. And of course, 30% of luck.
Yeah.
Luck is also important. But I feel more than that, it's just, it's straddling the fact. And for me, it's always been every 5 years, I've always looked back and said, now what am I supposed to do? To try and do something new. Because it's not about just being there and being part of the successful films. It's about having and leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
And that's what's been, because I do come from a family where I've been challenged and always felt like they're so amazing, but I need to leave my mark somewhere. तो ये longevity नहीं होती अगर वो सोच नहीं होता that कि ये करना है, कैसे करना है, how else am I going to last? Otherwise then there would every 10 years there's somebody new. But so sustaining it is the main thing. And for me that is why I have to have choices of Buckingham Murder at the same time of Singham, at the same time of Crew, or a film like Jaane Ja on the streaming platform, which I feel that if it would have come in the theatres would have been fab. Which I don't know, I hope it comes. I don't know what the deal is if we
people are
can.
sitting next to you.
Since it was a streaming film. Because I feel it did so well for the streaming platform, it could have done well in the cinema.